And for almost 2 months, we have tried to understand why it took nearly 80 minutes for police to end the massacre that claimed 21 innocent lives at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. Tonight, some horrifying new insight. Let me warn you that what we're about to show you is disturbing on so many levels. Surveillance video from inside the school that has just been made public, revealing the decisions that cost time and lives. The video shows a police response that appears at moments uncoordinated, confused, with officers in apparent disagreement over how to proceed. It begins outside, capturing the shooter crashing his car, his sprint to the school, then entering a classroom where he fired volley after volley from his assault weapon. All as a crowd of responding officers, many of them heavily armed, waited down a hall for an order to breach the door. But does it show the whole picture? Tonight, parents of some of the deceased children are expressing their anger about the video. Sam Brock has details.
After weeks of agonizing waiting, the Austin American-Statesman, along with KVUE, releasing a highly edited 4-minute compilation of videos, including never-before-seen surveillance from inside the school, outside the building, and police body cam footage, shedding more light on how the law enforcement response unfolded. The gunman walks across the parking lot and into the school at 11:33. Casually carrying a rifle and turning a corner in the hallway, a young student comes around the corner as the shooter walks down the hall. Seconds later, gunfire erupts, lasting for more than 2 minutes. The young child runs away. 3 minutes later, the first officers enter the school. As the gunfire continues, some officers approach the classrooms, while others hold back. More shots, and they retreat. 19 minutes after the gunman entered, heavily armed reinforcements arrive with ballistic shields, holding up their weapons but standing at the end of the hallway, waiting for nearly half an hour. Eventually, a unit moves in a stack formation toward the classroom door, others again holding back. 48 minutes after the gunman entered, more rounds and inaudible conversation. One officer seen getting hand sanitizer while the gunman is still a threat in the classroom. After 77 minutes, a volley of gunfire when Border Patrol officers finally breached the classroom.
Their sense of urgency did not seem to be really felt or seen in that video. Instead, we know that those 19 children and 2 teachers were inside that classroom, and it took more than an hour for them to finally breach the door.
The whole police system in Uvalde failed us.
Vincent Salazar's 4th grade granddaughter, Layla, was killed. What aspect of the video do you think is going to be the most painful for you, but necessary to see?
When they sat back because they got gunfire, they retreated. The officers ain't trained to retreat when they're gonna do, they have to save these children, and they did not do that.
The video's release follows weeks of pain and outcry from some of Uvalde's youngest community members.
I usually run into my sister in the restroom.
Like Jasmine Cazares, who lost her sister, Jackie.
I forgot to say good morning. And I think that's gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. I'm doing this for you, sister.
Families trying to reconcile systemic failures and an apparent lack of answers.
The answers we don't get is why they didn't act to protect these babies.
Sam, what more are we hearing from families of the victims and seeing this video?
Lester, these families waited almost 50 days to see video from inside of the school. A group of them are together and expected to react tonight, though I'm told many are infuriated at the time it took just to breach the classroom. It's one thing to hear about it, Lester. It's another to see it in video and process. Lester?
All right. Sam Brock tonight. Thank you.